All right, here we have our measuring board. This is the board that we measure our fish on when we get them in the field. You have inches and then you have millimeters, and as we are fisheries professionals, we know that we measure our fish in millimeters. The next piece of equipment that you are going to want to know is your fish farmer test kit. So this is a test kit that measures a ton of different water quality parameters. You could do alkalinity, hardness, ammonia. You do those all in here. To understand how to use those tests, I would check out the video on the hot kit. This is rose Bengal ethanol. This is a biological stain, and it's used to stain zooplankton that we get in a zooplankton net, so we could bring back to the lab and analyze. And it will stain your hands. It will really stain anything that's made out of biological material. Here we have MS222. You can see it's this white powder stuff. This is a fish anesthetic. It is the only fish anesthetic that is really FDA approved for food fish. It does have a 21-day removal time, but we do knock fish out with this in case we're going to do surgery or count them or anything in the hatchery. You really don't want to use this in the field too much. But next thing we have here is our Sediment rafter cell. This is used during plankton counting or anything like that. This is a gridded Sediment rafter. You're not able to see, but there is a grid on here which helps you be able to count all of the contents in the sample. There's a little well right here. You can see this little brass uptake. This holds 1 milliliter of solution. So you would put it down, you would put the 1 milliliter of solution in there by using the Henson Stemple pipette. This holds exactly 1 milliliter of solution down here. You're gonna put it in your sample, grab it, close it up, put it on the Sediment rafter cell, and then cover that up with a nice cover slip. So here we have our stadia rod. Most of you do know how to use this. It actually extends, as you can see here, but I'm not going to extend it any further for the sake of this. But how you read this, you're going to read your big red number, your small little black number, and then the tick mark on the side. If you have any questions on that, you can watch the Stream Survey Techniques video on YouTube. This is our spud bar. This is used to check the ice. You could drill a hole with it. It's from our ice fishing areas. And then this is a ice auger used to drill a hole in the ice for sampling. And here we have a tip up used by many anglers when they're ice fishing. All right, hello everybody. We're gonna go over some more gear. Up here we have our engineering level. It is on our tripod, which we have here. We use this during gradient. You do have to make sure that you level this. You have to make the little bubble go into the center right here. Make sure that it's level all the way around. And it's, like I said, used to get gradient. Here we have our ponar grab, petite ponar grab. It's used to grab sediment off the bottom of a pond. You would either hand deploy it or deploy it off of a boat. It has depth markings on them at 1/2 meter, so it knows where you are in the depth. This closes up, which you can watch in the video of us doing the ponar grab. Closes up, grabs the sediment. We sieve it out with our bucket sieve that we have here for you to know. Sieve it out in the water, and then we'll put it in a sample jar and bring it back to the lab. Going back to our ice fishing, I know this video is a little wonky and it's all over the place, but it's getting you to know your gear. This is a jig pole. You use it during ice fishing season. Small hook, small pole. There we are. This is an ice ladle or an ice scoop or a scooper or really whatever you want to call it. It's used to clean up the ice, the hole with all the little ice shavings once you drill a hole in the ice. These are lineman's gloves. These are going to be used when you're electrofishing. These help you not get electrocuted. We have a ton of safety systems, but you'll see in a little bit of what we have on the backpack. We use lineman gloves along with the scap net that's made of a fiberglass handle. This fiberglass handle is non-conductive, so you're not going to get shocked when you're out in the field with us, or at least we hope you're not. This is a server sampler. I'm actually going to turn it the right way. So this is used in a stream bed. You can look at the video on how to use a stream server sampler. Explains it. It's a pretty quick video. But you put this down in the stream. It measures 1 foot squared. You're going to dig down 6 inches in this area here. The water is going to be coming this way. Dig down, clean it up, whatever. Get all your detritus and pebbles and bugs and stuff in here, take it out, put it in a sample jar, bring it back to the lab and analyze it. Next we have our Wisconsin plankton net. This has a few components that you're going to want to know. So this is your plankton cup. This is where all the plankton gets trapped. This is the siphon or the spout. Going to want to close that up. Pinches it right there so that no plankton can get through. Before you use the net, you're going to attach the plankton cup to the plankton net. Get it on there nice, all nice like. And then this is what you're going to drag through the water. So as it drags through the water, either vertically sampling or horizontal across the water, plankton get caught in here. They can't pass through this micron. They get collected in here, and then you'll open this up right into a sample jar and collect it and add rose bangle to it so that they get stained so you can look at them in the lab. So we'll close that up. Next thing we have here is our camera bottle. So this is used to collect water samples at the bottom of the water column. So pretty much at the bottom. You open it up like that, it stays open, you send it to the bottom of the water column. You usually know your depth. You're gonna wanna make sure that your spout is closed, and if it's to the side, it's closed. You're gonna take your messenger, and your messenger is what tells the camera bottle to close. Not really supposed to do this outside of water, but to show you guys what's up, we're gonna hit it, closes, water gets trapped in there. Yada yada, bring it up to the surface. It has markings on it so you know how far down you were. Take a sample jar, open this up, let a little water run out, fill it the rest up with a sample jar, and then you're good to go. So then you have your bottom water sample on that. Here we have our water analyzer, our Yellow Springs instrument, or our YSI. This is what we use to look at a bunch of different water quality parameters in a stream or a lake. We turn this on. This has depth markings also. These are in foot increments, so we know how far down we are. These are our probes. We have pH, DO, a ton of different things. You put this cover on it so that water actually goes through, and you send this down into the water column, and then you can read a ton of different water quality parameters. So we have temperature, dissolved oxygen, conductivity, total dissolved solids, salinity, and pH. And those are all the things that you're going to want to know for many lakes and streams around here. Okay, so here we have our backpack electrofishing unit. This whole thing right here, as you can see here, is our anode. This is what's out in front of you. You're holding this as you're shocking. This goes into different areas within the creek. We also have our cathode, or our cattail. This actually comes outside the back of the backpack, hangs out behind you, and this is what completes that circuit. So you have your cattail or your cathode behind you and your anode in your hand. We have a seconds counter on here, which will tell us our effort or how long we've been shocking for in seconds, and then we can convert it to minutes. This tells us our voltage output. We put a battery here. All of this closes up and is a waterproof case. It's in a Pelican case. You wear this on your back, and we are able to look at stream health or biodiversity. Yep. So last but not least is our current meter, or our flow probe. This is an electromagnet flow probe. Down here we have our sensor, which you're going to put right into the current. You want the current coming towards you so that you can measure discharge. You get your depth from the pole here, and you're able to see what that is there, and then you get your velocity from this meter here, and then you add them all up, and then you'll be able to calculate discharge. And if you have questions on that, you can watch the Stream Techniques video. All right, hello everyone. This is our boat electrofisher. I'm sorry that you guys don't get to use it this semester as much as we've liked, or really at all. Here we have our anodes. So you can't really see right now, but these booms right here with the yellow tips on them will actually swing out in front of the boat. They'll hang out probably all the way out to here, and then we're gonna have these anodes. These anodes hook to the front of those booms, and they actually open up. So let me see if I can open this right now. Ooh, I tightened it up. So you push it down, They open up like that, and then they lock into place. These hang off the front of the booms, and this is what sends an electrical current into the water. So I'm gonna close this one back up. At the end of the survey, we'll take them off, put them away. So this is the anode, and then, let's put it up here for now. This is the cathode. So these are all around the front of the boat. These are what complete that circuit, and the fish get stunned within these areas. I don't know, usually the electrical current won't make it all the way to the bottom, depending on how deep of water you're in. But yeah, these two both work together. So you have your anodes in front, and then your cathodes in second.